Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX World. I'm Megha Sharma and this is the World Report. Let's take a look at the top stories of the hour. The European leaders have now concluded their coalition of the willing meeting. They have spoken to President Donald Trump of United States of America, and this has happened through a press conference, through a video conference between the European leaders, the Ukrainian president and US President Donald Trump. Portugal held a day of national mourning on Thursday. Portugal held a day of national mourning today, even as the death toll climbed to 16. There are 21 people who are injured. There are 11 foreigners, tourists who had visited Portugal, Lisbon, who have been injured in this tragic accident. The Prime Minister of Portugal has said this is the worst tragedy that has hit Portugal. European leaders speak to US President Donald Trump after having concluded their Paris summit to discuss the security guarantees for Ukraine. The leaders of the so-called coalition of the willing and the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky got together earlier today to finalize security guarantees for Kyiv. Zelensky also held talks with Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff. NATO chief Mark Rutte said that Russia did not have a veto on whether Western powers can deploy troops to Ukraine as part of security guarantees if a truce is reached. Russia remains firmly opposed to any Western troops being deployed in Ukraine. The Trump administration has asked the US Supreme Court to expedite its appeal of a ruling that struck down the president's sweeping global tariffs. The request came after the US Court of Appeals ruled that Trump had exceeded his authority by invoking emergency powers to impose tariffs on virtually all US trading partners. Chinese President Xi Jinping and his North Korean counterpart Kim Jong-un have met each other in a one-on-one meeting. The North Korean president is in Beijing in a rare foreign visit at the invite of the Chinese premier to take part in the Chinese military parade commemorating the end of World War II that happened yesterday in massive fanfare in Beijing. Former Prime Minister of Thailand, Thaksin Shinawatra, has left the country and is headed to Singapore, even as Thai Parliament is set to vote for a new Prime Minister after royal officials rejected a request by the ruling Pheu Thai Party to dissolve Parliament. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has spoken to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and asserted that India has a crucial role to play in pressing Russia to end its war in Ukraine. She also underlined Brussels' push to conclude a free trade agreement with India by the end of 2025. The legendary Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani, who marked his 91st birthday this July, has passed away. Armani redefined men's suiting with his signature unstructured jackets in the 1980s and dressed the who's who of Hollywood, from Kate Blanchett, Nicole Kidman to Leonardo DiCaprio.